All right, welcome to the Esoteric Beat Synthesizer Interlude. Many people ask me about the secret, and I'm always happy to tell you. Beats me. I am here to play around with my synthesizer a little bit. First of all, shout out to my friend Eric Rude, who kindly donated this Akai MPK49, which is a little MIDI input keyboard, and I've got a little synthesizer here on my laptop, and it's named Peach. It's a kind of a, I guess, a chiptune simulator sort of a software synth, and I'm going to be playing around with different presets, searching for the right flute tone to use in my cover of a song by Cake called Commissioning a Symphony in C. However, my song's going to be called something like Programming a Chiptune in C. And maybe Programming a Chiptune Jam in C, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to bring you in on the creative process and let you see what I've been working on here. So I figured out how to noodle around on the basic theme of our song, and here on my notepad I've written down a few choices. I've got 7 choices for the 7 gods here, and we're going to check out how to make it sound like Castlevania or The Legend of Zelda or maybe Metroid a little bit, and we'll mess around and see what I might choose to use in my cover song. So, first of all, I've got it on the hover sound, which was the first sound that I thought sounded kind of fluty. I'll play it in a couple of different octaves for you. So, here's the bit from the Cake song. So it's kind of fluty. It kind of has this weird, like, quantized delay kind of bit there that makes me think, I don't know if I'm a good enough live player. Maybe I'd want to program a quantized performance of that to take advantage and make sure that all those resonances and echoes are hitting it on the right spot. But maybe I can find something that sounds a little bit, I don't know if the word natural is right, but I do want the kind of wind moving through my flute, right? So let's try spread. I don't know what hover and spread are supposed to be. I don't know what games those are. I haven't figured that out yet. Ah, that's nice. That kind of sounds like the record, doesn't it? That might be a good choice. I'm going to underline spread. And, there's a creative kind of dilemma I'm in here. Like, do I want to make it sound more chiptuney and video gamey? Is this a switched on Cake? Or am I trying to make a, Nintendo sound that is close to the record as possible? So here's what would be a bit of a choice. This is a kind of a risky choice. Alucard is a sound that would make it like, Alucard's the vampire villain in Castlevania 3 who becomes part of your team if you let him join you after you beat him. And so do I want to make it sound like Castlevania, right? Kind of. I don't know if that's the right sound. Let's play it straight. It does sound kind of Castlevania-y. Next one is Coneria, which, gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Is Coneria, isn't that something from Star Fox? Are we talking a Super Nintendo sound here? Now here, this is once again, my instinct is to go for something, sounding a little more natural, sounding a little more flute-like, where we kind of hear the wind whistling on the lip of the player. in our simulation, in our digital cyberpunk universe, right? So, what about Gleelock? Anybody wants to comment on what that Gleelock might be? I don't know what Gleelock is. I like that one actually. That one's kind of a combination of like the obviously robotic sounding, but also still kind of getting towards those qualities like the flute that I want. Maybe I'll record a few different demo versions and try it out. Next one is Rupees, which I'm assuming is a Legend of Zelda kind of sound, right? So let's try. Another one that I'm gonna underline with a dotted line here to indicate this is another one that's kind of more video gamey sounding. And you know, if I were gonna be doing a thing where each one of the songs on my little EP that are like chiptune style parody cover kind of deals. If I were to do a deal where I was making each song sound like a different video game, you know, this might be a good choice. Finally, let's go with Samus, and I'm going to be playing around with the melody on this one here. This is another of what I might call a risky choice, but let's try. But I've been thinking, you know, maybe I could kind of Metroid it out, right? Like. Right, and kind of, you know, play around with it that way. Maybe make a Metroid style cover and do the whole symphony using the melodies from the song. So I hope you liked my quick little video of synthesizer tweakery, a welcome change of pace, I'm sure, from the usual deep dive into the rabbit holes of Esoterica. So be curious.